Welcome to the Locker, Season 4, Episode 40. That's 40. That's FWDY. I'm your man, A White, along, along,
You ain't got no
along
vowel in
with,
there. You ain't got no vowel in there.
none, nada, along with V Styles, man. You over here cut me off. As usual, what's up, man? Is it football season or basketball season?
Man, it's football season, so football season's over with. It ain't basketball season until whenever the national championship game ends. What's that? What? Whenever that day hits.
Isn't I can't agree with you. It's actually whatever season you come in. Like if football come in and they dominate this football season, like that's what it is. Like you can't just be like if the basketball team just start balling out early in football season, your team 1-10 or I'm going high school statuses. If you 1-8, 1-6, 1-7, it's basketball season, man. We done moved on. I'm not saying us, me or you might have it, but our fan base have. Twinsburg Chamberlain, we ain't had them problems to worry about, Van Hiles. We didn't have to worry about.
How, Sway?
Twinsburg, have you ever heard of Twinsburg? Wait a minute. You ain't never heard of, I'm not Twinsburg Chamberlain in the middle school. You have never heard of Twinsburg Chamberlain High School?
No. Why? Are they horrible?
Let's get this guy out of here. Yeah.
This ain't 1994 though.
Yep. It ain't. But I'm telling you what I'm accustomed to.
Okay. I got you.
That's all I was telling you.
You tell me what happened in the 1900s. That's what you trying to tell me. You tell me what you was accustomed to.
You're going to try and use my words. You're going to try and use my words, 1900. Hey, every time I tell kids, I talk to the kids, man. As a matter of fact, I had a good event with the kids. Shout out to the kids. I said, every time they say, so, man, Mr. White, you know, so, man, what? You don't, man, I was born in the 1900s. They always laugh, man. Like, so, anyway, man, let's get to it, man. They already own it. CC143 says, it helps me to overcome a crippling depression by beating the South Carolina season. Van, how do you think it's a big deal to beat the South Carolina at this, where we are now? Is it a big deal to beat? I got to handle something, and I'll be right back. I'm going to let you answer that.
Yeah, man, it's everything. It's because we haven't finished 500 pre-Stoops. I think it was like 5 or 6 times, 500 or above in a conference. And if you look at Stoops' record, he has finished 500 above 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it'll be 6 times in his tenure. That is pretty damn good for this program. And I'm not going to gloss over that accomplishment because we haven't been there. So I think it's a big deal. And I mean, honestly, we 6-4. I had us at 7-3 at this point. So it's not crazy. I had us at 5-3 finishing conference. We hopefully can finish 4-4. And I'm telling you, this Louisville team ain't ready for this type of competition. And I feel pretty good about that game. So we can finish 8-4. I know it's not as sexy as 9-3 as I thought it would be, but it's still a solid win. And I'm telling you, South Carolina can give us some issues. They have a chance to give us some issues. And it's purely because my guys on the back end ain't getting it done. That's really what it is. The guys on the back end not getting it done. And Rattler is putting in work. He's putting in work. And they have a chance where, especially if Andrew Phillips isn't available, we can get exploited. And I hope that doesn't happen. But I'm not 100% sure, as I was when the season started, that we could handle these issues. There's way too many breakdowns, way too many blown coverages, way too many bad techniques that is hindering this team. And as I always say, I don't like sacks. I would rather quarterback pressures. Quarterback pressures.
You said sacks, right?
Huh?
You said sacks, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quarterback pressures leads to potential interceptions that we as DBs can get to. But when the DBs blow coverages, the defensive linemen need to fucking start looking at us and say, what the fuck are y'all doing back there? Because one way to get sacks is to have good coverage. I ain't talking about all states.
You said sacks, man. Say another word. I want to hear something else, man.
Hey, I'm not saying, but that's all we need. We need to play better in the secondary, and that will help the whole defense out. Right now, we are doo.
Have you gentlemen heard anything about transfers out of the program yet? Biff, let me hear what you have to say about who you speculate. Let's hear your speculations. No, we haven't heard none. It's a little early. Everybody's still getting NIL money. The roster ain't safety position, but all the safeties probably leaving, right? Since I'm saying Ty Bryant probably he embarks on somebody's territory, obviously, but there's really nobody announced that they transferring because there's nobody being Berrien May, Dane May. But I think Dane feel like, man, if y'all leave, man, I'm homegrown. Like I'm to the good. But as far as speculation, have we heard? No, we haven't heard nothing. I'm just even trying to think about who could you watching the season? There's really most everybody's upperclassmen. Nobody's taking Trevin's position next year. Maybe. Am I wrong?
Rayner.
Or play aside him?
D-Jack ain't going nowhere.
D-Jack's a senior, I thought.
D-Jack can come back.
You think he'll come back? If he don't get the right analysis?
If he loves football, he's coming back.
No, if you love football, I'm not going to say.
No. I'm sorry.
So if you love football, you say he don't have another. He going to be done football after this year.
If he wants to improve his stop, he has to come back.
Okay.
I don't see him as an early 1, 2, or 3rd day draft pick. So, but some people don't like school. Well, we talk about that often. If you don't want to go to class, then you come out. But the only guy whom I see that can leave this year, I can see Deon Walker. I'm talking defensively right now. I can see Deon Walker transferring. I can see Max hitting the iron wires hot and getting up out of here. I'm not sure if he can get to the spot where he can make a lot of money right now, but I don't know if there's too many seasons where you get 5, potentially more interceptions and 2 house calls to improve your stop. And as I say all the time, a quarterback, the more film you put on there, the more interrogation you're going to get. So if Max feels pretty good about his situation right now, he might be one who can get up out of here. But I'm going to say this about a portal. I don't know if people know this information. Is once an institution takes on a portal guy, that institution is on the hook for the entire time this kid is in college. So your Childress, your Jordan Robinsons, your Silvers, your Rainers, your that's another one. No, I think that's all the DBs, right? I said Childress. So all those guys are pretty much guaranteed to get that college play. Not pretty much. they are guaranteed to get their college paid for as long as they stay at UK. And that goes to the offensive side too. So you're not going to leave a good situation when you get your school paid for some BS. So I'm not sure if there's too many guys defensively that are willing to transfer. I don't think Jordan Love is going to transfer. He's going to battle out with Ty Bryant, and if Geiger decides to come back for another year, then we have the same situation we have this year. So I'm not sure there's too many guys defensively that's going anywhere.
Van, what caused the safeties to regress like they have? Nothing coaching-wise changed on that side of the ball between last season and this. CC143 asks.
Football, when you don't dedicate yourself to your craft, your ass gets exposed. Period. And honestly, that's game to game. This is beyond, we're in the season. This is beyond the off season where you should really delve into your craft and learn what other people. I'm going to just say this. I don't know about offense, Anthony, on this level. When you understand what the guy next to you, what his responsibilities are, now you know how my responsibilities affect his. And now I know how his responsibility affects mine. So now I know within a scheme what I can and what I can't do. And when you learn that, and then you add to that, now not only do I know what that position has, I know the tendency of my teammate.
Yeah.
I know my teammate has a tendency of getting fooled on all the eye candy in the backfield. So now if that's the case, me as a corner, and my safety is coming down fast, now I can't take certain risk that I might want to take. So I don't think we're at that point. Now, I think that's what's said. The safety got fat and happy because, including myself, was talking about how great they fucking gonna be and were last year, that this is gonna be the year, and they got fat and greasy, and they fucking ain't doing a damn thing.
Well, apparently the Wade twins, mama ain't happy. Are we having another Terry Wilson?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on. Here's a question though. Is it Terry Wilson's mama? She had a good point, I think.
It was his sister, wasn't it more?
Yeah, it was more the sister, but
yeah,
I know I deal with the inside people, so the mama wasn't extremely happy that Lynn Bowden was being successful, but the sister was the one who was publicly.
Yeah, right.
So I'm just saying, maybe his sisters are still in middle school, elementary school. I don't know. So does the mama have a right to be gripe? Have a gripe? Don't she got one son halfway with his foot in the door?
Yeah, that's a tough one, man, because I can imagine being twins. And y'all been doing the same thing since birth. And now one of these MFers are balling out or playing well, right? And the other one's on the bench. I bet you the one, I bet you Keaton is feeling the weight of destiny on his back because they twins.
Yeah.
So that's got to be a tough situation. But like the Cavender twins did in women's basketball, eventually you got to cut the cord. They're just like Josephus Lyles in track. He had to leave his brother Noah. Now he's in a different training camp. I think sometimes you need to break that cord because I'm going to just say this. If I'm Keaton and I'm starting, but my brother's not, but I like where I'm at. I'm going to have a good situation. I'm going to have a girlfriend on campus. I'm starting. The coaches like me. But my brother, on the other hand, his shot of playing is not as high. So do I leave with him because he's family? Or do I stay at a better situation for myself? I don't know, man.
You really don't have to leave. You know what he could do?
What's that?
Ball the hell out and be like, put my brother on the field. You think Demi Sumo Karmbe came out just like out of the blue, like, hey, this dude can play. Let's have him at Kentucky.
No, but I hear you. I get your angle. I don't think it's the same. I, I don't think Keaton Wade can ball out enough to have Destin play quarterback here.
We got a little window next year. It's gonna be Kai Sharon.
I mean,
And now listen, Van, I want you to understand. We started off giving our opinions and nobody really cared.
right.
I'm gonna tell you, my ears are to the ground. Our ears ain't to the ground, but a lot of things feed through me because people come to me. Some things we say do get back to people that make decisions, and they kind of
who decisions? What decisions?
The point I'm making is this.
What kind of decisions?
Point I'm making is so when you start to say what you about to say, it ain't just taking that value of the fan base, it takes this. And I think we the anti KSR. KSR gets information, they spewed it.
Okay.
We get information that we know before KSR is told that information. You understand?
Wow.
A bad game happens. Somebody's about to get demoted, coach, player, and it goes to KSR, and KSR says it. Bad games happen. If we came on after the game, me and you see this motherfucker he'd be demoted. So all I'm telling you is before you say what you're gonna say, I want you to know they can take. Well, I guess we ain't really on no air, but they can take you off the air if you start to put the pressure on them. So
wow.
Be mindful, my man.
Wow. Well, shit. Look, man. We in the locker. All I'm gonna say is this, and this is what I was gonna say before you even came up with eloquently made your statement just now. It's obvious to me that the coaches trust Kai and Sharon better more than they trust Destin Wade. So I'm gonna say Sharon gets the first shot. And the thing about it, y'all, in a competition, if they already feel like person A is better than person B just can't come. If person A here and person B here, person B just can't come to here and take over person A. They got to go to here. So that means Destin's gonna not only have to catch up with Kai, he's gonna have to surpass him for him to jump him. So I don't know.
Late Dog wants to know: are we gonna stop being a locker? Who is we? What's all this we shit? That reminded me of when I was in high school and people like, did we win this weekend? I ain't see you out there lined up next to me. What the hell you mean we win? Late Dog, you my peoples. Get out of here. Hey yo, we really had situations going on. It was posted on Twitter. And don't you ever call us out again like that. Sitting you to the back of the line, hey yo. There was another question. Oh, yeah, Biff is back. He wants to know Louisville's offense is potent. Do we think we slow him down?
I'm gonna have to pull up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to pull up the numbers. But Louisville's offense isn't as potent as you think. They are playing some horrible ass team. Because that offense, when I've watched the game, they are a running team. I don't think they have faced the stoutness of the guys up front that we have. So yeah, they got a damn running back right now. Dude, they got their two best running backs averaging almost 7 yards of fucking carry. Shit.
Damn. They did play Duke.
Yeah, Duke. I don't think talent-wise Duke is there. Dude, they got two guys and not that many rushing attempts. And the quarterback has 9 picks. They
beat Notre Dame.
Have you watched Notre Dame? I'm feeling good about that game. And the other thing about it, I wonder how many people are gonna come see that game. I mean, here's the thing. I think Louisville plays Miami this week.
Yep.
What if Louisville lose to Miami and we lose to South Carolina? Are people from Lexington gonna drive up to Louisville for that game? Because Louisville can't fucking sell out a ticket. They can't sell out a game right now when they were fucking undefeated.
No.
Is that going to be the emptiest stadium in the history of this recent rivalry game?
Yeah, nah. It's over. It's over for that.
That's
if
what
we
I'm
lose
saying.
this game, I don't know. If we lose this game, I don't know. I don't know where to go if we lose this game. I know where to go, but Stoops ain't gonna let me in.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have a conversation, big fella. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing, my man?
Right.
So hold on, I need to look at something. I'm trying to look up
Ray Davis almost had 6 yards of carry.
This is one thing I wondered, man. I've seen some great backs. I've studied some great backs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how in the hell after the 90s do all these 5 and 6 yard carry backs come up? Are those backs that much better than Mo Williams and Sonny Collins?
No, the offense has changed. So instead of having Mo, I played with Mo. Dude, Mo had sometimes 10 men in the fucking box. That's a lot of hands in the box. Pause. But there were 10 guys around the line of scrimmage. Now, when you spread teams out, dude, Tennessee can get 5 guys in the box. Sometimes, depending on how the defense want to play them, they're gonna get maximum 6.
Yeah.
So now you playing with a light box. So I think that's why teams or running backs now get a chance to exploit stuff because of the offenses expanding people horizontally, unlike they did when you played. Man, we used to run the damn I-bone. I-bone, y'all. That means 3 guys stacked behind each other with a quarterback. So that's 4 players in the lineman. That's 9 players within the damn tackle box.
Yeah. Yeah.
You would never see that again.
Yeah, that is a point to be made. So I guess going back to which we never talked to, because we've been off for 2 weeks. So, well, not 2 weeks. We was off last week. So we missed 2 games. Last game we had was the Alabama game. Were we as bad as the Alabama game looked? And are we prepared for South Carolina? Maybe the Alabama game took it out and like, look, man, what are we playing for now? Like, what are we playing for?
Anthony, this shit is so bad and so fucking frustrating. We talk about my playing days a lot. I know what bad football is. All right. This is what I want people to go back to here. The score was 28-7. Offense drove the ball all the way inside the 15-yard line. They had a 4th down. It was a 4th and 2 or something. We ran a bunch set to the field. Bates is wide, butt naked open. If we throw it to him, it's 28-14. All right? 28-14. That next possession, we get an INT by Jordan Lovett. We're on our 50-yard line. We're on the plus 40-something. We have a pass where fucking Devin Leary auto locks on down Taven Robinson, and Dane Key is wide open across the middle.
Right.
Let's say we throw that like we should. That's a 1st down. Let's say we don't do shit no more. We kick a field goal. It's 28-17. Guess who gets the ball at the beginning of the second half? We do. Guess what we did the first drive of the second half? We marched down that throw and scored 7. It's 28-24. And all that shit about people say, well, we was up on somebody, but the final 3 quarters, we was beat something to 0. Alabama comes out 28-7. then we go, what, 17 unanswered points. Now, why can't we execute when we have to? You can't play like bull. You can't play like shit against an Alabama team who's not going to beat themselves. And when they beat themselves with the turnover, you don't fucking capitalize. You get the ball right fucking back to them. Dude, that game was much closer than it seemed. I would say this, though. Well, I see it all the time. But anybody who is fucking talking about Brad White, look, no one is above criticism. But where's the fucking criticism of Liam Cohen? If the players on defense are giving up touchdowns, why ain't we fucking do? The offense put up 14 points. You want to give us the last fucking touchdown? Fucking on a 70-some yard run? We scored 14 fucking points in the SEC game. Look at all the games prior to this. The Vandy game. Remember, we got 2 pick sixes in the Vandy game. So if you want to count the whatever 40-some points we scored, dude, 2 of them was the defense. So this offense, dude, has not been what I know I thought it was going to be. Dude, we are like low 20s, Anthony. We low 20s in SEC play pretty much for the season. But everybody wants to get on Brad White. We ain't scoring enough points. Period.
Here's where I struggle. This is where I struggle with UK football as a whole right now. And UK football, there's a portion of it, and this is why I say NIL and transfer portal will mess things up. I'm just giving you a personal stance. I average almost 7 point something. For high school, that ain't nothing. Like 7.8 yards to carry, because you dealing with a lot of you better than most players on the field. So I came there run the option, which I did run in high school. We ran the option. So I come on to LAU's run the option. Didn't work out. Turn around, come into Hal Mummy's offense. Come one top 10 rushers in the conference in the history of Kentucky football. Top 10 receivers. But my point is, I was told you can't do that. Why? We got, like you just said, man, we are in the game. Like, we can make play. It ain't like these guys are, we done played. Now, you done seen some people push through our offensive line and just grab the quarterback. Last year, we saw that a lot. We're not at that point no more. Like, we're not at the point where we at other teams' mercy. We need the ball to bounce our way sometimes. For us to have the ball to bounce our way sometimes, we need to do something too. You can't just be sitting here, come. No, we need to do something too. I'm just kind of figuring out, are we trending toward where the players are like, look, man, if it ain't my day, man, whatever. Or is it the ones like, you slap me in the face, here, give me your cheek. Let you see how I feel. We go back and forth. And we don't do it, and that's my problem. We don't do a whole lot of back and forth. And that is based off of physicality. That is based off of, all right, as soon as this ball come up on Tuesdays, I'm getting outside leverage. I'm going, like, knowing your assignment, but doing what you got to do. I think we to the point where, man, he missed that tackle, man. Forget it, man. I ain't about to. I'm telling you, man, it's in my day, your day, our day, we couldn't just sit back and say, man, this ain't going my way. So, man, I'm just going. And then, like you said, the coach say, man, if you can't handle it here, then you need to go play somewhere else.
What you're saying is right, but stop the cap. You told me some things that happened before the game where players said something to you. So I'm not sure if it wasn't any different when we played either.
But I was in the doghouse though.
No, you were.
I look like a red bone.
Look, it is. I'm gonna say this. It's a different day and time coaching kids now compared to how we were coached. You just can't do that shit no more. That shit right there would get your ass in trouble.
Right.
So the thing about it is, as a coach, like even if you was brought up a certain way, you can still get those principles across. Just gotta find a creative way to do it. You just can't grab a guy's face mask and you do it my way. You gotta find another way. So that's why some coaches now, the old heads, can't make it in the system. But you know what? Some guy who has fucking adapted is Nick Saban. Look how fucking old Nick Saban is. Dude, Nick Saban was coaching in our day, right?
Yeah.
He's found a way to adjust and adapt generation after generation after generation. That's why he's so successful. Shit, Dabo Swinney, as you prophetically said last year and this year, he's gonna have some problems.
He ain't relating to the kids.
So you gotta find a way, and I'm learning this too. As a player, I need to be talked to differently than my teammates. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
There's some breakdown in communication, because I would say this: the way the safeties played, as someone asked earlier, the way the safeties played last year compared to this year, being coached by the same people, ain't on the coaches.
Yeah.
That's a play. If you're coached by the same guy and your eyes are dirtier and your technique is shittier, what happened?
Right.
You're doing the same fucking drills. Coaches don't change. You're doing it. You're hearing the same voice. You're in the same scheme. So that is on you. And I'm gonna say this, and I'll hit it back to you. The other thing is, we both know the D-line coach. And these MFers now are higher than a meth head on meth. They are high. Like, what happened to the way y'all was flying off the ball in the first 5 games?
Yeah.
What's the problem now? I know y'all going through the damn shoot. I know y'all doing those kind of drills. So that ain't no. That's you on a fucking Saturday night or Saturday afternoon, fucking feeling sorry for yourself and saying, fuck this. I don't feel like doing it the right way because it's too much of a strength.
Yeah. Well, Lake Dog. I was in the dog, man. Lake Dog. As much as you've been watching the show, I was in the doghouse of fumbling against Alabama. Like, you asked why I was in the dog. I don't understand.
No. That was the start of why you was in the doghouse.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get into all the details about it.
I got you. No,
you know what's crazy about it, man? As much as people support me, and I love the support, like, does nobody ever think about how did he just show up as a sophomore? Because you know why I say that? Because when I was looking at Ohio State, Eddie George as a freshman, he was fumbling the ball everywhere. I'm not saying that adversely to me, but I was just saying. So when a couple years later, I seen him in the Heisman run, I was, that was that dude I was watching because I was recruited by Ohio State. But okay, so do we got a chance against South Carolina? Beamer ball, because before the season started, we didn't have a chance. We got to worry about South Carolina. Do we? Is that something we worry about? Is if we, and it just so happen we do lose it. If we do win it, do we lose Mark Stoops? Do we lose Mark Stoops to Texas A&M? Do you know they paid Jimbo Fisher straight out, like not payments, like just straight out?
No. So it was a settlement. They settled because he's supposed to get paid for the next 8 years, unless they settle.
I was told it was straight out.
No,
don't come back on. Don't come back. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. None of that.
No. Yeah, but they ain't gonna pay him all that 70-some million in 1 year. They're gonna pay him. He's gonna be paid annually.
And I'm telling you, I heard likewise.
So that means they had to have a settlement then. Huh.
I didn't say none of what you said. All I'm telling you is facts, and you over there just spewing out. Okay, so let's move on to the next subject. Wait a minute. So what grade do you give us that Alabama against us? Like what grade do you give us? Were we completely outman like everybody said in our? Because even if we completely outman against a better team, you could still do a C. Like what grade would you grade that game after watching film, break it down?
Alabama's a D minus. I'm on the verge of saying F, but I got it as a D minus.
So if we play an A game, do we win it, or if we play A game, it's competitive?
We play that's a good question. That is a great ass question. What is an A game? Describe. Does that mean we're making
A game is effort. A game is you making effort mistakes, not assignment mistakes, not dumb mistakes, just effort mistakes. You might overrun the play. You might be at the quarterback and missing. You might, I don't know. You might catch the. I don't know. You might check to a receiver and you don't hit the open. To me, A game is you do everything right. You don't do nothing wrong. You just. So it's still gonna be like shit. It's still gonna be some miscues. It's still gonna be some other things. But A game to me is that.
All right, A game. This game is in the fourth quarter, with the last team with the ball has a chance to win.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's blasphemous looking from the outside in if you don't rewatch the game to say that when we lost by fucking 4 possessions. We didn't lose by 2. We lost by 4 possessions. And they could have potentially scored again on the last one they really wanted to. So it's hard. I know it's hard for someone that doesn't really partake in the intricacies of the game to say that's bullshit. But when you look at it, dude, like the two fucking our calling card on defense was to make people snap the ball. We gave a big fucking dude. And that here's the other thing. It was on fucking third more than 10. 3 of their touchdowns that I can recall right now was the down was either third or second down and 12 or more. 12 or more. I was taught when you win on first down, it becomes easy for the defensive coordinator. When you win on second down, it's our down. If it's third and 10 or more, you should not convert, but maybe 5% of the time. And that's only because we miss a fucking tackle.
Yeah.
It ain't because, something crazy. It's because they threw the ball. We drop in the coverage. If we play in zone, drop in the coverage. They can't throw it past the chains. They got to dump it off to some crosser, and we missed a tackle or 2. Well, shit. We just got out accurate. Not fucking bombs and look, and people doing this. No, man. Not 3rd and 17 and 12.
Right. Yeah. Hey, my man. Speaking of how the game went, man, we're gonna break up the film, man. We got like 12 minutes sharp. Because if y'all don't know it, man, the Twinsburg is in the house. I got family downstairs doing our thing. I just want to look back at the Alabama game and just see kind of if Van got it. Van sound like he look a little skeptical. He look a little iffy on this. His trigger finger look a little iffy.
But we want to talk about iffy on having a game.
The film.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm you know what? You just got me with them fucking last question. Get me hot again because this defense is frustrating. And I understand, as we talked about, I played on a team where the offense wasn't very potent. And we both know that. But one thing, our calling card is we do our job. It doesn't matter what the offense does. It doesn't. Because our job is, it's not high school. Our job is simple. Prevent the opponent from putting up points. Simple. Prevent the opponent from putting up points. That's our job. I don't care if they get the ball on the 1 yard line. If they get the ball on the outside of the field, we got to hold them to a field goal.
That's came out in the grades. They came out in the grades.
So I don't know, man. I can't even remember, Anthony, what these plays are. Oh, okay, I remember. Dude, this is right here. See, this is when football IQ matters. All right, this is when football IQ matters. I didn't get it early enough. All right. For people who don't know football, the intricacies, you have to have 7 men on the line of scrimmage on every play. You have 5 linemen, so that means you're going to have 2 skill position players on the line of scrimmage. Okay? Look at this formation. I didn't get it back far enough. That's a tackle over there. It's a guard, center, guard, tackle. This is an H-back and 3 wide receivers. So that means these 2 guys have to be on the line of scrimmage, y'all. So now here's the thing. If he's on the line of scrimmage and he's on the line of scrimmage, he is not eligible because he's covered up by this guy. So even though it seems like there's 4 receivers over
somebody here, can't be covered.
Right. Even though there's 4 receivers over here, only 3 are eligible.
Right.
As we call it, this is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. This is basically a fucking tackle out here. He can't go out. All right. So here's the deal. And this is the shit that pisses me off. And it's an IQ deal. All right. This corner, Max Hairston, only has no one to his side. He has no receiver out there. So he needs to be looking here. That's this number 1. I'm going to tell you, in defensive principles, as I've been taught, in zone, you worry about the number 1 and the number 2 receiver to your side. Since there's nobody out here, Max got to worry about that's his number 1 and that's his number 2. It's simple.
Right.
When sports happen, just like in basketball, principles eliminate all fuck ups as long as you adhere to the principles. I don't give a damn what they come out in. If I can count to 2, which I hope you can go 1, 2, it don't matter where they're at. The linemen can be dispersed everywhere. It doesn't matter. You find out where's number 1 and where's number 2. So Max got confused on here, and he couldn't count 1 and 2. So we're gonna have him and the outside linebacker cover a damn back out of the backfield. You can see it, and I still in the end zone cut. You can see why his eyes over here anyway. When this is your number 1. See, because some people say, well, why is he not looking here? Because his principles are 1, 2. Ain't nothing else going on. All he's worried about is his 1 and his 2. On this level, you do your job. He's worried about number 2. And we get effed over because of the formation and players not communicate. Why would we need 2 guys over the top of this guy who came out of the backfield? Inexcusable. That can't ever happen.
Yeah. That's absolutely understandable. It ain't understandable, but it happened. So I see that.
We got 2 guys, dude. We're gonna.
Why are y'all? Yeah, that is why y'all both flowing to him.
We're gonna end up with 2 guys on this side of the numbers.
Yeah.
The numbers to the sideline is 9 yards. We got
who does Will have? The guy in the middle on the hash. Who does he have then? Why? Yeah,
he should. So honestly,
if he's a middle runner, then you need to get that. Like, what is he?
I don't think that's a middle runner.
Because who's he have? He a middle runner?
Well, So for simplicity's sake, right? We got a safety and a corner. So we're shifting everything here. So if this linebacker is going curl, this linebacker is hook. He should get a little more depth.
Right.
Then this guy should get hooked.
Right.
That's what should be there. So it's not on him. He could get a little more depth, but he's at 10 yards almost. I mean, he's almost at the first down mark.
Yeah.
He could just thread that thing. He had to throw it over top of his head, right? That ball has to get elevated. But why is he going here? Makes no sense to me.
Right. Two people going to the same person.
Dude, he's at the fucking numbers. The numbers is 9 yards. There's 44 more yards, and we got two guys on the numbers. We got 2 yards, 9 yards to the sideline. Makes no sense. The great thing about it, this is how. So I know we're not putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and some of that's on the D lineman. All right. Let me go back. We talking about this a little too much, but let's just go back. All right. Think about this. If he does his job and goes here, there's no one open. There's no one open. We play this pop screen well.
Right.
We got him covered. We are in good. The scheme and the principles, the scheme is perfect. The guy who's understanding the principles fucked up. There's nobody open. Look at this guy. He's covered, and there's a corner over there. And that doesn't need to be even talked about because they tried to run a damn pop screen and he blocking here.
Go back on this view. Go back on this view. Go back on this view for us.
Okay.
Go back a little bit, just on this view. All right. Hold on. All right. So backer, let me see, was that Mike?
Which one?
One in the middle of the hash, right between the hash. No, the one in the middle of the hash, Mike. In the right between both. Okay, who's in the middle of the hash? Who's that right there?
This is Rayner. Rayner.
Okay. All right. So run the play. Hold on. What? Just run the play. Just off his base, initial base. Okay. So why did he take 2 steps back like he was he disguised or what? You ain't doing nothing but hurt yourself.
This one?
Like stand if he stayed where he was at, I'm cool with that because then you got Wallace being able to spy.
Oh, so
I'm saying he took them two. I was like, okay, it looked like we in something. But then Mullen came off, and that just told the quarterback, "You're not getting to me. You done left him wide open, and you just left a bullseye."
You're talking about Rayner, him,
right? Okay. Right. His first 2 steps, his first 2 read steps, and then.
So this is what I can only anticipate what they're thinking. All right. What the deal is, we got a mobile quarterback, right? So we got just a built-in spy. So I think right now he's playing a quick pop, and now he's coming because there's a void. I think he is the spy in case the quarterback leaves.
Okay, so then Wallace, it seemed like an exchange. He was supposed to exchange him to Wallace. If he turns up, then Wallace is good to roam. And when he went deep and he came up, Wallace should have been. So Wallace wasn't reading his keys. You said it was the other guy. I think the other guy, but the way just Wallace's don't show me as if he was engaged with anybody that whole time.
No, right, and I agree with you. But this is my deal as a former DB. I'm not expecting a linebacker to get more than 10 yards down the field.
Right.
So he's in perfect situation. I'm just not expecting him to get to the damn 5-yard line. It ain't gonna happen. So for me, could he get a little more depth? Because there's nobody. Here's the thing: high school players, if if there's nothing in front of you, I guarantee you there's something behind you.
Yeah,
I guarantee you. So you can keep getting depth. But even if he kept getting depth, he's still wide open. He's still gonna throw it because there's nobody over the top of him. It just be a higher throw. Yeah, no, he would just catch it on the end instead of on the 5-yard line. It is solely on him because he couldn't. Here would be a problem, and this I tell mom this is there's no disguising. You need to bring your ass all the way to here because what could happen, which what didn't, is the quarterback could throw the ball right now. If he threw the ball right now, you got no shot, even if you were looking at him right here.
Too many people in front of him, though. Yeah, too many people.
Yeah, but if as a quarterback, I'm seeing split, it's not split safety, but I'm seeing split coverage, and he goes this way. This is going to always be wide open.
Right.
So once he passed this guy, I'm throwing it right here.
Right.
So he needs to be there now. I mean, it's to say, but there's no excuses. I would say something because he's a corner. He might not be used to that. A safety is more cognizant of this, but the principles are the principles. It doesn't matter if you're a safety or not. You worry about number 1 and number 2. And this is a guy who's on the line of scrimmage. That's 1, that's 2. You should be hitting here first. You should be trying to get over the top. And this guy's in the backfield, and we will work to that as he brings us to there. The quarterback don't look that way. You stay on the fucking hash. But
does anybody else believe that the way whatever Van just showed, the way he broke that down, like that's simple to do. Like that's all they got to do. Like that ain't easy to process, and that's kind of what the kind of point. Here's the real debate between Van and I. It ain't really even a debate because he was on a highly successful defense. I was on a highly successful offense. As long as I know what I'm doing, I'm going to execute what I'm doing, and I'm going to call plays, and we are going to call plays we know we can execute. Van's thing is, we're going to call a defense to stop so-and-so plays and so-and-so plays. As long as you read so you got to have scholars at 11 positions and athletes to stop a play. Dude, you just showed if 1 goes this way and 2 goes that way, he got to recognize that and get back to that one. I'll tell you, way we ran offense was, if you put me, all I want to do is draw this up where I'm one-on-one with him.
No, you don't call defenses to specifically stop a specific play. Your principles drive the whole scheme. This is simple. Now, here's the deal. This is what I want, since you said that. It's the principles 1 and 2, right? If I come at corner,
on opposite sides of the damn quarterback.
It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. When I come as a corner, and I see a big 70. I'm like, where's my number fucking 1? That's the first thing in my mind. I've had this happen. Like, where's number 1? Okay. Well, there's a fucking back. Well, that's not a number 1. He's not close enough to threaten me. Okay. Guard, center, tackle, receiver. This is number 1. This goes all principles. So if that's my number 1, the next guy on this side of formation that can potentially threaten me is here. So that's your number 1. That's your number 2. I don't know how that's not simple.
That's a dumb philosophy. If that is somebody's philosophy,
how is that dumb?
I mean, we're gonna have to beg to differ. I come from offense you couldn't stop. You come from a defense that's built off philosophy. So I don't know. Like, I don't know where we reach common ground. Where we reach common ground.
I don't care what you come out in formation, right? You count 1 to 2. I don't know. That's the simplest.
I thought, okay. So if one is okay, so if 19, is that 19?
19.
If 19 is 2. He's not 1. If 19 is not 1, what if 19 was Robinson in the backfield?
It doesn't matter the numbers.
Okay. So what if before the snap he goes to the line of scrimmage? Now he becomes 1.
He lines up here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he becomes 1, he becomes 2.
For that same corner.
Yeah,
I always thought my learning on DB was all your numbers 1, 2, and 3s are on the same side of the ball. Like this whole thing about you talk about 2 is on that. Man, I ain't got time to be reading all that.
So Anthony, yes, I mean, hold on. Now, in theory, on a regular formation, you go a pro set, there's gonna be a Z and an X, or an X and a Z. Facts. But when someone goes unbalanced, you gotta adjust. You just can't say, "Oh, there's not a guy where I'm gonna short circuit." Well, there's no one on the line of scrimmage. You gotta find the numbers. That's why you just count. That's why the 5 guys in the box, they're not numbers. Then you find the next receiver. If here will be the problem, like you said, the problem would be, see if I can go back. Now, this will be a problem. You will have to check out. You can't run this coverage. If this guy right here was stacked right here, now your displacement is too far away. You got to check out of it. Because now, if I as a corner come all the way over here, now I got the damn set, the outside linebacker running back one-on-one. He's going to win on a wheel route 9 times out of 10. So this spread, if they moved him to here, you have to check out and do something else. But since he's in the box, dude, this is like 16 yards from the sideline. This is normal distance. There's no issue with handling your number 1 and number 2. None.
Right.
If he displaced, then we got some issues. We got big issues.
All right. Well, if you don't count the running back as number 1, and he the lead receiver in the SEC, it is what it is, man. But
Okay.
I don't know what I'm talking
about. So now, since we talk, we're gonna run this play. So what will happen, right? So if Alabama has come out and they put Deebo Samuels in the backfield any amount of times, right? We just know they like to put Deebo as the offset back. Well, once they put Deebo in the offset back, right here, we check, whatever the check call is. That's a game plan, right? If they put, who's the best receiver in college football? I don't know. If they put him there,
Craig Yeast.
If they put Yeasty there, now here's the thing, and this is what they can do. If y'all put Yeast back there, and that's the first time ever, right? Our principles are our principles. And they're still going to help us out. Reese might get a damn 15-yard catch. Then we come to the sideline and say, okay, fellas, if they start putting Yeasty back in the backfield, we're going to check to this. That's a game plan issue. But if they're not putting fucking Craig Yeast back there, that's a running back. That running back is 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. We cool with that. He's going to be over the top of Bo. But this is the throw that can threaten you now. You got to protect that. We can work on the top of this. If the quarterback starts looking that way, then you fucking go that way.
Understood. I still say it ain't easy as explained, but understood.
Well, you also know two people ain't supposed to be on the fucking numbers. I know that. Well, I know you know this ain't supposed to happen.
Yeah. I ain't supposed to be stacked over there.
Fuck.
Then you turn around like, oh my God, what are you doing over there? Hey, where you come from? Well, I think he was the wrong guy, man. I think that guy was the wrong guy.
Who?
The guy who dove at the end.
Oh. So Anthony, man, this is, to me, this is quarterback 101. Right. Alabama comes and you delay the snap call and they show what they're gonna do.
Right.
They show their card. He's coming. Right. And now, normally we have both seen if they saying, well, fuck, they got us. They look to the sideline and they give some type of hand signal, check. We get out of this shit because they got us. They ain't do that shit. They like, fucking, we got you there. We daring you to fucking pass against this blitz. All right. So now, this is the part that bothers me. So as a quarterback, right now, right now, you got a receiver, and you got 2 DBs on that side. If they're gonna bring 6, that means they gotta be. Well, I run the wrong one. He's got to be here. He's got to be there. Got to. There's no other way to cover it. We got 5 guys going on a route, and they bring in 6. So now that means if they come, the middle of the field is butt naked open. There's nobody there.
Right.
So that's how I was taught. I get the ball, snap. First thing I'm looking at, see if that linebacker comes. If he comes, ain't nobody there, right?
Right.
So now pre-snap, I see that this MFer is 10 yards away from my inside receiver. And I know the route. I know he's going in, he's clearing out, he's running an out route. This guy's an outside leverage. The out route is done. It's toast. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Right.
So now, the only 2 routes that to me are accessible is this one and this one. And it's like 3rd and 6. This guy's 10 yards off, and this guy's going to run a cross route. He got no chance of stopping him. Now, unless you got Yeasty here, who can and get up the hash, this might be my number 1 if it's Yeasty.
Right.
A one-on-one battle against this corner press, oh, he's going to beat that 90% of the time. So I'm going to look there first. But right now, that's toast. If that's Yeasty, that's done. He ain't beating him. Dude, he's wide open, Anthony. He's wide open. Ain't nobody. Look, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 7 yards away from him. He's right up the hash before anybody's on you. You hit that back foot right there, and you throw the ball.
Yeah. Are you right? Right. Devin has regressed. Devin has not done what we expect him to do.
For sure. Dude, but here's the bad part, Anthony. This is the bad part for me, is he's starting to lock on receivers. Watch. His head is looking for this out route all day. But where's your IQ? He's playing outside leverage. The out route is cooked. He's playing outside leverage. That's not him. It's over here. He's playing outside leverage. He's cooked.
Right.
He's cooked. But here's the deal. I understand you want to throw this route all day. I understand it. You want to go there. But if it's not there, fuck. Come here.
Find your open player, man.
Come on, man. Look at Dane Key. He passed it to him. It's a first down. Easily. All right, Anthony. What
last play. This is gonna be the last one.
All right, good.
I got house guests.
Right, that's what I'm about to say. So we're gonna end on a positive note.
There we go.
End on a positive note.
Put your good for it. Sticky.
No, it ain't a far. JQ,
I know, but I'm saying he did. Man, give his credit.
No, he did a good job.
You don't want to give credit.
No, he did a good job. JQ makes a great tackle, but he's too fucking far away. I want high school kids to understand this too, because if you get here, this will help you if you want to play on the next level. Again, I'm gonna go back to this, Anthony. This is your number 1. This is your number 2. When your number 1 cracks and blocks, you got to replace. I know he doesn't get there because Afari comes pretty fast. Once he cracks on anybody, you got to replace now. You can't wait because there's nobody else on your side that's threatening you. There's no pass. Number 1 goes inside. Number 2 goes away. Who else are you worried about? So bring your ass up. When he comes and cracks, you should be about right here. Even with that said, he comes up and he makes a tackle. I don't care how it looks.
That was right after the injury, though. But I give you that.
Right.
Still feeling that leg out. I give you that.
It doesn't matter how the tackle looks in the record books. It goes as a 5-yard TFL. It doesn't say, oh, he pulled his shoelaces and he stumbled for 7 yards and he fell down. No, it says a TFL for -5. Great play. All right, dude.
Absolutely. People, we appreciate you. Been before we get off here, South Carolina, how you feeling? Win or lose? I know, man. For convincing, do we need to make a statement? Are we gonna make a statement? Or are we just
I don't give a fuck. I'm not a statement guy. Just get a fucking W. If it's 1 point and they miss a fucking 20-yard field goal at the end of the game and it hits off the goalpost and bounces backwards, I don't give a damn. Let's get the W.
We talking about the culture. We talking about the culture of the program, though.
For me,
so my thing is, if we at this point, like we can, dude. If we talked on Sunday morning, we got off. If we went out, we can go 9-4. 9-4.
Yeah.
That's another 9-win season. We don't do those. So my point is, I don't want nobody to chime in because I don't really count bowl games, but I'm just saying, so it's 9-4 season. So it ain't really much you can say about it. Even we lose 8-5, either way, that ain't the end of the world. But I'm saying
you need to go 500 in conference. I think you need to go 500 in conference. I'd rather go 8-5 and lose the bowl game.
How many times have you done it? Speaking like
that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Going 500 in conference.
We're gonna do that on a regular basis. Yeah, we're gonna do that on a regular basis. We should. We're at that level. Like we're gonna do that on a regular basis. We're gonna be 4-4, 5-3. 5-2 would be
on a regular basis though. We haven't done it on a regular basis though. You make it seem like we do that all the time.
I know I went 4-4 twice.
Once. You went 4-4.
The 7-4 year we didn't go 4-4.
Oh, you. Well,
with me and Dusty Bonner, our Dusty Bonner 6-5 team was 4-4 too. We was 4-4.
Yeah. So he did play.
And the year before, you mean to tell me the 7-4 team went 4-4?
No. Yeah, I keep forgetting you played on the 99 team. I thought you was going on 98. Yes.
How the hell do you think we got to 4-4, asshole?
I thought you was out of 99. I thought it was Derek Homer's team.
That's why I'm out of here. That's why Hall of Fame conversations out of the street. People don't know, like, well, Dusty Bonner, Derek Homer, James Wayne. No, it's only one motherfucker on there that was doing it in 97 and 98 that did it in 99. But I ain't got time for y'all, man. I got house guests. You want to crack jokes? Take your 1-10 season, go over there, sit in the corner with it, and play on with it, man. Anybody got time for this shit, man, with you?
Hey, y'all, I got a little something.
Nah, ain't got nothing with me, man. I just had a rough week, man. I ain't got no time. That's why you got like damn gray hair in your beard.
Facts.
Yeah, that's what you deserve, man. But I appreciate you anyways, man. And if y'all appreciate us, like, subscribe, share, follow, bring your friends. Man, hit the like button. We got 2 like buttons. I guess y'all don't like the show. Man, we might need to go out of business, or we might need to make a paid program because I don't know how many people watching and not like it. Nah, because only 2 people don't like the whole show.
Damn. That's it.
It's all to the good. It's all to the good, man.
Hey, it's gonna be some post likes. They have to digest us first before they like it.
That sounds like oxymoron, but I'll take it either way. We'll be back next week. Kentucky lost the number 1 team in the country. It is what it is, man. We'll be back. I like what I seen on them young cats. They got to get lathered up. They got to get going. We got to get some bigs, and man, we gonna be something to deal with, man. Basketball. That's basketball talk. That's not football. Because Alabama was the number 1 team in the country. But we did lose the number 1 team in the country in basketball. I'm football as well. We'll be back next week. Thanks for joining the locker.